Well, stand over here then. And then you just lean over. So you're just, yeah. Culver's, both Honey and Randy, you know, they have 2 stores, one here in Navarre, one in Destin, very active in the community, and with spring break, they just couldn't get away. Dave's Oyster Bar, I didn't see Dave or Val. Days In, Lynn, come on up and get a plaque. We thank you for what you're doing for us next year and your continued support with the car show, giving us a break on rooms and a really good community partner. East Bay Insurance, Jonathan couldn't make it, spring break. Going through Lloyd's of London, we had to get a very big insurance policy, and Jonathan not only got it for us, but he picked up the cost. So. All right, Lynn, maybe it's not there. Sorry about that. Mike Freer's Heating and Air Condition. Mike called me and said, listen, what's your most highest dollar amount? And I said, well, we have, the Crow's Nest, and then we have the main top of the flag on top of the ship. He says, well, I want to give more than $1,000. And I said, we'll name the ship after you. So he gave $1,500, which is why his name over here is so big. So we thank Mike. He's out getting your air conditioning fixed. Natalie with K2 Media, she's so busy she had to hire somebody. K2 Media does billboards in our community, and they support the Pirates by giving us 3 weeks worth of free advertisement on the billboard by Senior Moment, Randy. I hate senior moments.
It's all right.
Anyway, they have a nice billboard that they give us advertisement on. Linda Grayson with Keller Williams, again, spring break. Patrick, LAS Fencing. Patrick, God bless him, man. That man donated about $8,000 worth of services. And Tony can attest to that because Tony and I were the only 2 guys he had working for him. And those of you that know me know that I'm not a good worker because I'm really old. But the tents, all of the railing, the stage, I mean, he did a marvelous job. And he's the one that's securing our tent next year with heaters, and it's going to be great. We appreciate Patrick and what he does. Will at Navarre Auto Repair. Look, he could walk, look where he's going. He could walk right here, and he goes all the way around the back so everybody gets to see him.
He wants more camera time.
He wants more, yeah, jeez.
There you go.
What? Yeah, it's all alphabet, it's under the ends, Navarre. All right, Jim, that's, all right, Will, go sit down next time. Sorry about that.
We'll get it to you, bro.
Dan and Heather Scruggs with Navarre Drywall, great community people. They're not here. He threw his arm out. He says he did it work, and I think he was playing golf. But and then Navarre Liquors. Brian says no way I can get away, but they are really good people up there, and they gave us a bunch of hooch we had in our pirate booty bag. Bobby Killingsworth here, my landlord at Keller Williams, Navarre Lumber and Supply. Come here. I just want to, yeah, he says no. I called Bobby last summer, maybe it was 2 years ago. I said, Bob, I need your help. I need some lumber. He says, what for? I said, I got to fix something. He says, all right, come up and get some. So Mark and Jim and myself and a couple other guys went up and we picked out some lumber, went over to the senior center, and we fixed some picnic tables that some vandals had decided to turn upside down and kick the, so Bobby, I appreciate everything you do for us. you're there every time we call. God bless you. You're a good man and a good citizen. I got a story about Elvis. Elvis, I put in the Navarre Mattress Center, and I said to Elvis, and Elvis is 400 pounds. I love him like a brother because he's almost my size. And I said, Elvis, how'd you get that name? He said, well, my real name is Silas Musselwhite. And when I was a kid, knocking on doors with a manager, and nobody would answer the door. So his manager said, well, why don't you say it's Elvis? Everybody wants to see who the hell Elvis is. So Elvis, great guy at Navarre Mattress Center. He couldn't make it because he's just got out of the hospital. He's under the flu. But he's always a good supporter at Navarre Mattress Center. So if you need a new mattress, go over and just tell him Jersey Jerry sent you, and you'll get a nice break. The next guy, I really want to pass because he says he doesn't want to take any credit at all. And he realizes if it's Navarre Mattress, then it must be Navarre Newspaper. But Randy, he's like your worst enemy that keeps calling you at early in the morning, late at night, hounding you. Did you do this? Did you do that? Have you done this? Did you dot the I? Did you cross the T? Couldn't do it without him. The man was, other than my wife, one of the best emotional supporters I've had. Randy, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your hard work. No, turn around so you're on camera. Don't knock your camera over. All right, Steve, new school selling. Steve, I feel bad. All Steve wanted was the T-shirt. He's not sending you money, but can I get a T-shirt? And of course, we only printed 300, and a lot of the sponsors didn't get T-shirts because we had over 500 show up. So Steve, you get 2 next year.
All right.
That is if I get a check.
What I want to know is where are your sponsor forms to pass out to everybody here to get money right now for next year?
See, I know, that's the marketing technique. I'm not that kind of guy. I figured if I give you a free meal and a plaque, you'll remember me when I come calling. Amen, brother. Tom and Peggy Rice down at Magnolia Grill. Tom called me and he said, Jer, somebody said something that you're doing something up there in Navarre, and I'm not sure what it is, but can I send you a $300 check? Tom Rice, even though he's not from Navarre, is one of our true patriots. And I give he and Peggy, if you've never been down to their grill, Magnolia Grill on Brook Street, you should go. Tell them Jersey Jerry sent you. You won't get a discount, and you probably get a bad seat too, but great chef, great guy, and I appreciate everything Tom has done in years past. Norm and Barb are in the house, ME Electric. He's actually working right now. Me Electric is actually working on, Father, I hope you're not paying him while he's taking his lunch break. He's actually working on the church right now. But we thank you, Norm, for your support. God bless you. And your prayers, man, and your prayers. All right, we already talked about our, thanks, Norm. We already talked about our first sponsor. Maybe somebody else will come up and say they want to be a sponsor also. But I want to thank Sue and Sharon from Pack and Facts. I got a little small Skippy the Pump type kind of logo up there, so the first thing they said is, we'll get you a bigger logo, Jared. We'll get you. They got a big heart, and we appreciate. So come up and get a plaque. This next person I called while on vacation in Gatlinburg, and 20 minutes later I get a call, and a half hour later I got, yes, Liz Horton says we can do something for you. So Liz with Resort Quest, we thank you for your continued support. Thank you, Liz. God bless you. A new restaurant in town, Scooters. Scooter called also. I had dropped something off, gave a flyer to Jennifer. He called me that night, said we want to be involved, and so we appreciate him being a sponsor. He's not here with us. Yeah, that's coming up. South Point Financial, Darren Thomas. Darren is on spring break with his son. Darren is a very interesting individual. I call him Coach because that's what he does. Coaches the kids. He's the president of the youth group here in Navarre, and a heck of a financial assistant when we do some mortgages with people that are a little tough to handle. So great job. We appreciate it. Father Kelly, stand and be delivered. There's not enough words or time to tell you my feeling about Father Kelly. When I challenged him at Mass to take the plunge, not only did he accept, but he then he says, I'll accept that. And then he turned to the congregation. He says, and I challenge you to do that. And then in order to pass the basket, you got to get the approval from the bishop. And he says, but Jared, just stand in the back. And in the back on a Saturday and 2 masses on Sunday, we got like $3,800. So thank you, Father.
Was it Mr. Williamson that said he looks down at his phone and he sees your number? I want him to know that you don't have the problem I have, because I don't have to look down at my phone because Jerry comes through the door here every day. So, but anyway, thank you.
Because I need it.
Thank you, Jerry. A pleasure. A pleasure. Thank you.
No plaque, but I want to recognize Santa Rosa TDC. Julie Morgan. Monica is here on her behalf. Monica Stand. The TDC. We partner with them. I guess that's the best way of saying it. They're really great people. Mark filled out all kinds of paperwork for the car show a couple of years ago, and then Jim last year, and then I guess I have to do it this year. And they give us money back for bringing people to our events. It's not really what we want, but it helps because we can then advertise with those dollars, and surprisingly, we do get a lot of people from outside the area that come. So we thank all the work that the TDC is doing, and we're glad you're here in Navarre, not up in Milton. So thank you, Monica. All right, I'm going to ask Curly Locks to come up next. Sheriff Bob Johnson from our Santa Rosa County Sheriff Department. Bob. Thank you, sir. We appreciate what you do. We're happy you're our leader. And I got to warn you guys, he said 6 tickets. Jan and I were going up one early evening to the Old Brothers for dinner, and he's on the side of the road with not 1 but 2 cars pulled over. So he's got one of those kind of cars that doesn't have the name on it, but he's in it. So 87, go 45. Thanks, Bob. Santa Rosa News, South Santa Rosa News, and Romy White. Romy, again, is with her daughter on spring break. Romy gave us a lot of free advertisement in her newspaper, and we certainly do appreciate it. And I'm sure Randy will send her some pictures, and we'll have something in next week's. But we do thank Romy and all of her efforts of spreading the word here in Navarre. Bob Banankis at TC's Front Porch. Bob was a late joiner, but when he heard we were doing it, because I gave him a flyer, he says, well, what about me? So I said, yeah, you write me a check, and in the back room we went. So thanks, Bob, for what you do. Byron Boney at Walmart. I don't call him. I go see, and every time he sees me, he turns around and walks the other way. And I can't catch him because I'm